My name is Jayshree Seth, she, her, hers. I'm an engineer by training. I'm a scientist by profession. I develop products and technologies at 3M. So I actually grew up on the campus of a premier engineering institution in India. My dad was a university professor. He had a PhD in civil engineering himself. And everywhere I looked, I was surrounded by STEM professionals. So we were all, as kids, encouraged to go into STEM fields. Truth be told, I was more interested in the arts and humanities, and that human context was like super powerful and always drew me towards it. But I do remember there was this book about the human body that I just absolutely loved, and I would look at it over and over again. It had all these pictures of what was inside of us, and so I guess even in that, the human context was powerful and drew me towards it. I really think my interest in humanities has helped me be a better scientist. You know, humanities has so much of the contextual piece that I think is sometimes missing in STEM because it gets to be really content focused. But what I found is it was the context that was always so inspiring to me. And then it's about the communication. It's asking the right questions. You know, science drives you to the answers, but humanities forces you to ask the right questions. So I brought that mindset. I brought that communication skill, the collaborative working and all of that into STEM, and always asking the questions on what problems to solve and how best to solve them, I think really made me a better scientist. I think people will be surprised to learn that I have an additional role. In addition to being a product developer and scientist at 3M, I am actually 3M's first ever Chief Science Advocate. And this is an interesting role. It's unique in that it doesn't exist in many places. And the idea here is that we want to advocate for science. You know, we did a survey and we found that people don't appreciate science as much as they should, and we need to champion for science. So I was called upon to be the first ever Chief Science Advocate, and my role is exactly that. I get to advocate for science, you know, raise the awareness and appreciation and acknowledgement of science and move people from the apathy to break down barriers and biases and boundaries, and then also to champion in a context that is important to people so that they can connect with science. You know, I've been thinking about this a lot since I got this very external facing role of Chief Science Advocate, you know. What I see is different than what people see. You know, I see somebody who is fairly privileged, highly educated, a parent, a scientist, a professional in STEM. What others may see is a brown woman with an accent, fairly short, and in a very male-centric career. But I can pull into my pockets of privilege, which I know I have, and I can make a difference. So I've been giving this a lot of thought because at the outset, like I said, it was very uncomfortable to be viewed as a role model. But now I am understanding the depth of what it means, why it means something, and how I can make the most of it because of the intersectionality that I do have.